Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. Now, in this video today, we're going to be doing another episode of our Extreme Makeover My Team edition, which you guys send in your squads. I kind of rebuild them depending on how much MT you have, how much you're, or what you're trying to do with your specific squad. I also break down whether you're on current gen or next gen, and then we go from there. So, to be eligible for this, I put out a tweet usually about once a week. All you gotta do is reply to the tweet with your squad for a chance to be featured in this video. Now, this first squad here is from Mr. Jonathan Isaac, who is on next gen. And part of this is, guys, the season's near the end. So that's kind of part of why I'm not going to be spending too much MT as we speak. Because I do expect the auction house to go kind of down, especially at the start of next season. I'm going to be talking about that in this video today. So the question from Jonathan Isaac was, do I sell my Giannis and AD now, get the MT for them, and save up until next season? Or do I just sell AD, swap KG in for him straight up? And so here's my best suggestion for you, Mr. Jonathan Isaac. And so we got 4 days until the new season. So what I would do for the current time is sell a Disney and then plug either Spencer Haywood or Pau Gasol in right here. So for me, I'd plug Spencer Haywood in. Some people like Pau Gasol. If you like Pau Gasol, you can plug him in there too. Now, after that's done, I'm waiting exactly 3 days, right? And then once the new season turns over, I do expect the market to be down. Because remember, we're going to see who the new limited reward is. New unlimited reward. We're going to get new triple threat offline, triple threat online. Maybe a new domination. Like, we're going to get a lot, and we are going to see packs then as well. So do expect the market to go down within the next 4 days. And so that's why I don't really suggest getting Kevin Garnett now. After those days, if Kevin Garnett is still your man with your plan and you want to spend all your MT on Kevin Garnett, where is he at? There he is. I don't know why the Galaxy Opal Kevin Garnett's not on 2KMT Central, but pretend this is a Galaxy Opal Kevin Garnett. You're going to want to plug him in right there, and then you can really rock out. But I would not buy the Galaxy Opal Kevin, or the Dark Matter, that's what it is, the Dark Matter. I would not buy the Dark Matter KG until the new season comes out, because I do expect his price to go down just a little bit. But once you get KG, I don't like Shawn Marion either, so I would probably sub him out and upgrade your small forward position. But a lot of it's just going to depend what we see in kind of the next week. Even if you want to just make a kind of budget swap right here, I think Andrew Wiggins is a big upgrade over Shawn Marion. And so that's maybe something I would suggest too. I don't know why the new cards aren't even on here yet. But Andrew Wiggins is another card that I might, this is obviously the Pink Diamond Wig, but I might be interested in adding Pink Diamond Wiggins to the squad as well. This next squad here was sent in by my guy Rockets Fan on Twitter. Says he does have 450,000 MT to work with. Now again, I'm going to be doing a lot of things though that 4 days out. So like 4 days out, here's what I would do. Now, just breaking down your squad here, you are on next gen. So John Wall, B-Roy, Kawhi, West, Unseld, and KG. I absolutely love that starting lineup. There's not much I can change around there because that starting lineup can compete with really anything in the game. On the bench, Lonzo Ball, Terry Dishinger, Peja Stojakovic, Anton Jameson, and Maxi Kleber. Now, if you're on next gen, one thing I would do is I would pick up Magic Johnson. Now, here's the reason behind me picking up Magic Johnson. Just get whatever Magic's cheaper. So if this Magic is cheaper, then just go ahead and get this Magic. Just get Magic Johnson on your squad. He's got the Pro 3 behind the back. He can curry escape. He's going to be able to shoot the ball on next gen. Quite honestly, I think he's a little bit better than Lonzo Ball. And I mean, you're not losing that much MT. So that's the first kind of upgrade I would make. Obviously, then I'd move Magic to the starting lineup just to kind of, I can't really, can I not swap them? So I moved Magic Johnson into the starting lineup and then put John Wall on the bench. Now, I can't really, I'm using this website because the other website is not updated at this current moment. So Terry at shooting guard, I'm fine with. I don't love Peja Stojakovic, and I mean, an easy replacement is Andrew Wiggins. If you want to spend up on Larry Bird, you can, but I just think for his price, Andrew Wiggins is a guy that I'm going to be adding a lot today. Got Jameson at the 4, Maxi at the 5. I'm fine with all of those again. Eventually, you're probably going to want to upgrade Maxi Kleber, and Anton Jameson both. But for the time being, you can definitely rock out with this squad. Again, if you don't want to make changes for a couple of days, that's what I would kind of consider. But Magic's not too expensive as it is, and neither is Andrew Wiggins. This next squad here is sent in by my guy Lakers on Twitter. He says he has 2.3 million MT. So MT is not a worry for him, but obviously he likes balling on a budget, as you guys can see, because every single one of these cards is a reward card. So let's first say congrats on your squad that you have built with all rewards. This is absolutely incredible, especially your starting lineup. Again, your bench is even solid enough. Now, the first thing that stands out to me is Ray Allen, okay? Ray Allen's a card, guys. I know a lot of people hype up, but on current gen, I don't love what he gives me. And the reason I say that, he can't really be a secondary ball handler because he doesn't have unpluckable. Defensively, he's pretty mid. I get it, next gen Hall of Fame blinders, he's going to have a good release. It is what it is. I know this guy said he likes to shoot threes, and I get it. But at the end of the day, I don't love Ray Allen. But that's not where I'm going first. The first spot I am going to kind of talk about today is adding Lonzo Ball to your squad, because he goes for a pretty cheap price now, and honestly, he's a big upgrade over Donovan Mitchell. Clyde Drexler is incredible, but here's the thing, guys. Here's what I'm gonna do. Again, you guys might see me add Andrew Wiggins to every squad we put out today, and here's the reason why. Andrew Wiggins compared to Ray Allen, they're not comparable. Like, Wiggins is so much better in almost every single area. So pick up Wiggins, use, 30 to 40K, pick him up. Honestly, if you don't like Wiggins, you can pick up a guy like Malik Sealy for 20K. Like, either one of those guys you're gonna love and have a lot more success with than Ray Allen, at least in my opinion, if you are on current gen. Now, your squad's starting to look a lot better, and we have spent like, what, 100K MT. But yeah, it's starting to look a lot better. I don't like Pau Gasol on current gen. I know a lot of people who stick by Pau Gasol, but I always say this. I think Cat's better than him. I think Sabonis is better than him. But for a limited reward, he's fine. If you want to keep or if you want to keep Pau until you really have to upgrade, that's fine as well. So, I mean, if you want to ball on a budget, this is kind of the squad I would recommend. Now, if you want to kind of improve it a little bit, this is the way I would go. Add Draymond Green. And then at the center position, you can definitely spend up on a guy. Now, if you want Dirk, then go ahead and get Dirk. And that's kind of where I might lean. But if you want, to make the best squad possible, you can get Dark Matter KG as well. It just depends ultimately on what you want to spend. If you don't want to spend anything, Pau Gasol can kind of go crazy for his price. But if you want, that next level up, I would recommend going crazy. Don't get an in-between guy, because Pau Gasol compared to like Hakeem Olajuwon, there's not much difference, or even a Disney. But if you want to go crazy, go add Kevin Garnett, and this is the squad I would rock out with. This next squad was sent in here by Ivan on Twitter. Says he is on current gen. Now, I'm getting jealous on everybody that has the front court of Wes Unseld and David Robinson. Like, can I be y'all? Can I get that front court? Because that is like an ideal front court, at least for me. That's kind of what I would like to work with. Now, he said he's kind of conflicted between John Wall and Juan Carlos Navarro. Now, here's the thing I'll say between John Wall and Juan. I get it. If you want to run both, you can keep both. But here's my thing. If you're questioning who is better between John Wall and Juan Carlos Navarro, what I would recommend is just selling Juan Carlos Navarro, because if you're not even sure who's better, I get it. He said he's trying to get better with Juan. But the thing is, if he's not that much better, I would rather run John Wall. I think John Wall is a little bit better. So that's just kind of my thing, is if you're kind of indecisive, just go ahead and just sell Juan Carlos. Get your MT for it. Now, the only other maybe suggestion I have, I love this squad all the way around. I would not do this, but if you want to build your best squad possible, and he was already questioning Cedric and Wiggins, keep one between Cedric and Wiggins, whichever one you like more. For me, I probably just keep Cedric because he's a free card. And if you want to go crazy on the small forward position, there's a lot of different ways you can go. It's all preference. You can go with a guy like Kevin Durant. You can also, if you want to try something a little bit different, you can try to go with a guy like Larry Bird. Now, those are the first two guys I recommend. For me personally, I would go with Kevin Durant, because I think he's just that little bit better. He is going to be a big upgrade, even over Andrew Wiggins. So that's probably where I would lean with your MT if I had to upgrade one position. The rest of your squad is very solid. This next squad here was sent in by Adrian, who has 157,000 MT to work with on current gen. Now, he says he wants to get rid of Hakeem, and I think that is a very wise idea. So I'm just going to eliminate some guys that I see on his squad that I would not want to play with. And the first one is Sean Marion. The second one, I just think Peja Stojakovic is a guy that you can do better than. So, kind of here's my thing, right? We're just going to move Anton up, and then we're obviously going to move Spencer Haywood up in the rotation just to see where we're at now. My biggest thing is this. If you want to replace Hakeem Olajuwon, here's what I would do. I'm moving Spencer Haywood into that starting lineup. Now, I'm higher on Spencer Haywood than most of the community, but I think he's very solid. I'm going to move Evan Fournier here and Sidney Wicks here just to kind of get a better idea, a better feel so for where we're at now. So, obviously, Anton Jameson isn't bad, but I don't think he can make your squad. So, I'm going to get rid of Anton Jameson. Actually, yeah, that's what I'm going to do for now. Now, the one big flaw I see in your squad is I don't think Donovan Mitchell can play anymore. So, said you're on current gen. I know you guys might get old of me saying it, but by far and away, Andrew Wiggins for budget players is the best small forward shooting guard in the game, and it's not close. If you don't like him, you're on Malik Sealy, but I like Andrew Wiggins just a little bit more. So, plug him in there to the starting lineup. And then your last but not least is the backup center. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can go. If you want to really go on a budget, go with Diamond Maxi Khalifa. If you want to go in the mid-range area, go either Domantas Sabonis or Karl-Anthony Towns. For this type of video, I'm just going to plug in Big Cat here, and then your squad is a lot better than where it started off. This next squad here was sent in by my guy Joe on Twitter. It says he is current gen and he just picked up Cedric Maxwell. So, I mean, it's an easy start for me for this squad. If you just picked up Cedric Maxwell, just replace Jack Marin with him. Now, here's the problem I see with just that, okay? Here's the problem. We're just gonna, for the time being, we're gonna put Chicken Man Jack Marin on the end of the bench because I don't like Jack Sigma at all, guys. I don't. And so I do think the center position is something that you might have to spend a little bit of MT kind of on, and it's tough, right? You don't have that much MT, so it's kind of tough because you're in kind of this in-between area, which, I mean, you either have to spend a lot of MT for a good center, or like I said, it's just this in-between area. So that's kind of the tough part that I have with your current squad is I would love to go get an Anthony Davis caliber level player. I really, truly would. I would love to go get him. I would love, you know, to go out and get Kevin Garnett, but I just don't think with your current squad that's probably the best investment. But the one thing I would say with your squad is overall it's solid. I like the 1 through 4 in your starters, in your bench. I just hate your center position. And honestly, if I'm you, what I'm just going to do is replace Jack Sigma with Cat. Now, you guys might not agree with me, but I think with as good as Cat is on the defensive end, that's where I think you're going to notice him just be that little bit better. Now, obviously, Jack Sigma is a little bit better on offense, just as far as his release is concerned. But that's probably where I'd lean. I mean, if you wanted to get tricky with things, you could sell Paul George, move Jack Marin in right here. And then ultimately, what I would try to do if I'm you is save up for Kevin Garnett. Because I love Garnett. I think he is going to be, you know, a top player forever, and he's going to hold a lot of his value because he is an idol's player. If you could get enough MT for Dark Matter KG, that is what I would try to do. Our last squad here was sent in by my guy Marcos on Twitter. Says he is current gen. He's grinding for Wes Unseld and Kermit Washington. Now, if you get Wes Unseld, Kermit Washington, easy, just replace one of your power forwards and then you can go from there. But the rest of your squad, he says he wants to keep Ben Simmons, which if you rockin' Ben Simmons, you're probably pretty nice with him. Now, the one adjustment that I see off the top is I know a lot of people love Zach LaVine. But guys, I mean, you cannot compare Pink Diamond Andrew Wiggins to Pink Diamond, or to Amethyst Zach LaVine. You just can't. After you do that, this squad is looking pretty solid. Now, when I say that, are there a couple things that you still could do? Absolutely. The next thing I'd put my focus to is probably upgrading Don. Not that Don is terrible, but if you could upgrade to him to a guy like Lonzo Ball even, on a budget, since you are current gen, then you're going to notice Lonzo just be that little bit better, and that's probably where I would lean as far as your next upgrade. Or you could try to upgrade one of your centers. Now, the center position, I think there's a lot of centers, kind of like the point guard, where you could get guys on a budget. But either way, I would stick to your budget. If you can get Kermit Washington and then Wes Unseld, just replace both your power forwards, and you're really going to be moving and grooving. Alright, that is going to wrap it up for my last squad for today in our Extreme Makeover My Team Edition episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys' squad wasn't in here, hopefully I did something in which you guys know, like I like Andrew Wiggins. You guys know where I like it. Power forward, like you guys know where I tend to replace people. Malik Sealy is still a great budget option. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys and have a blessed day.